Alright, yeah, and welcome back to some more Magic Arena, and today we're going to be checking out the midweek Magic event, which is Omniscience Dragons. So, I do usually check out these Omniscience events. Honestly, they end up being a little bit hit or miss these days. Personally, I don't know why we're not just doing Omniscience Draft. It's like they had a great format where you could build your own deck, and they were like, nah, we'll build it for you. But it kind of never really works out all that well. But today, this deck looks kind of interesting. It's dragon themed, of course, so everything does dragon stuff. And then there's some big spells just littered in here everywhere. I should really explain what the actual format is. It's an Omniscience event, so basically you get a 3-card hand, and all cards in your hand are completely free to cast. And typically what that means is you want to have a hand that has lots of card draw, but mulliganing isn't really an option, so it's a little bit luck-based on your opening hand. It could go in any particular direction. It's kind of like playing Momia, really, without the Momia emblem. So, you know, it's definitely not for everyone, but I enjoy them when they're built well, and yeah, I don't know. This one seems like it could be quite fun. There's only one way to find out anyway, and that's by getting into it. So if you do enjoy the content, then make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. And let's do it. This video is brought to you by the generous support of our wonderful patrons and channel members that you see here. If you'd like to support the channel and get access to cool content like sneak peeks, bonus videos, polls on future content, or access to a personal deck critique from myself every month, then hit the join button down below, or check out the Patreon link in the description. With all that said, let's get into the gameplay. Alrighty then, we're in, and we have card draw. Honestly, this might look bad, but it's actually great. It's pretty good. What does this one do? 5 damage to a creature. Alright, so they got an Icing Death Frost Tyrant, a 4/3. So I can flash this in at any time I want. The one thing about the Omniscience event is you get this emblem, which gives you Wooburg mana. To do with as you wish, so activate things like this to deal damage to Icing Death. I'm just gonna say no and continue on with my day. Thank God there was no counter spells. I actually didn't check to see if there were any counter magic. Yeah, there you go. Alright, seek 2 cards, then you may shuffle them into your library. If you do seek 2 more, you have no maximum hand size. Let's have a look at some more cards, shall we? Any divination effects are absolutely... decline. I want the deck of many things. Never really activated this card, so that's going to be exciting. Whenever you cast an adventure or a dragon spell, it deals damage equal to that spell's mana value to any target. Boom. Alright, we have one. What's the mana value? 7. What's the mana value? 6. Alright, this one to kill Icing Death. There we go. Collision. Alright. Indestructible, please. And they will explode. This game is over. You have lost. Yeah. Okay, I can immediately see this game, this format being extremely swingy in Momia style of, I had a better start, I win. We'll see if that continues, but yeah, that game was certainly a good indicator that our opponent didn't have card draw and I did, which means I win. So, you know, is what it is on that front. On to the next game. Alrighty, opponent gets to go first. We've got Icing Death, which is not that great. But we do get a free mulligan, that's pretty good. I've got a removal spell. Beginning of each upkeep, make a pest. Pay 10 life on... Yeah, I'm going to mull that hand away. Alright, I mean... It's a hand. Haste Double Team. So Double Team makes a copy of the attacking creature, I believe. Double the power of each dragon you control. Oh dear. Well, we're gonna need a little bit of help. Thank you. Let's get rid of Vivictus with the exile there. I think I don't care too much about I never finished reading this anyway. It's conjure a duplicate into your hand, I guess, of Warriors of Tiamat. Okay. Let's start with that. So I trigger double team, I get another Warriors of Tiamat, but none of them have double team now. So I can't keep looping this nonsense. Now it's just a 4-2 haste. Don't know whether I keep it in my hand or not. It's hard to say. Either way, I think our opponent committing there. Yeah, maybe I'll hold the Warriors of Tiamat, being that it's... Well, now I won't. I was thinking about playing around a board wipe there, because they would block a lot more if they were thinking about sweeping. But now I'm just going to throw it out. Not that it really matters, but maybe there's Thoughtseize effects in this format. That could be a thing, I guess. Alright, that just went somewhere. Where did it go? Bottom of my library. Okay. Alright, we got a little bit of removal. So we're on a little bit of a top deck scenario here on both sides, except for I do have a little bit of advantage of being able to destroy any of our opponent's bigger threats. So if it's bigger than the Warriors of Tiamat, I may end up getting rid of it. It's instant speed, so I can really just do it anytime I want. Cycles a Shredded Sails. No artifacts to destroy, no 4 damage to a creature with flying. That seems kind of trash in this format, since there's lots of like Elder Dragons with tap target creature. Yeah, we'll play that as a way to push through damage rather than add to the board, because I think we're okay right now. They could be holding on to removal as well, so yeah, that's the kind of card that I'd want to keep tapped down rather than surge it. Ooh. Alright, I changed my mind. I'm going to play the Ancient Silver Dragon and use White Dragon and Triumphant Surge to try and guarantee that I get a D20 roll with my Dagron here. They could be holding on to removal. They did have a card in their hand they weren't using. Yep, sure. Okay. Should have maybe assumed that that was the case. Oh well, they're on a 2-turn clock. 3-turn actually, because they've just remembered they had food. Yeah. I can kill this dragon whenever I care about it, and I gain 3 life. There's just so many bigger things in this deck that a Volcanic Dragon's not really a concern. Down to 12. Valorous Stance, nice. So hit our opponent for 4. Threaten lethal. And got answers to 2 blockers. They got 2 cards in hand. If it's a removal spell, I can protect. Unless it's exile. Yeah, I'm gonna gain indestructible here. Well, actually, what's the name on it? All Dragons. Yeah, so now I'm still threatening lethal. You'd think they'd do non-dragons. Oh, they're both dragons, actually. Valorous Stance. Alright, fine. I didn't realise that the Warriors of Tiamat were actually a dragon. There are a couple of non-dragons in the deck. Mill 3, then return a creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Oh, you are in so much trouble. I might as well mill 3, just in case I can get a better card than Ancient Silver Dragon. Doubt it. The only shame is I'm probably not going to be able to get combat damage in here and roll that D20. Because I'll have probably won the game. Some back and forth here, but I do feel like I had basically my hands on the wheel the entire time. Return a creature card from your graveyard to your hand. I mean, that in their minds could have saved them. I mean, they're basically just playing the card to block, but you know, is what it is. Either way, we move on to the next game. Alrighty then, let's have a look. Opponent goes first. We have a 6/6 trample with hexproof as long as it hasn't dealt damage. Alright, that could be a roadblock. When it attacks, it deals 1 damage to a creature defending player controls. If it's a zombie, it deals 2 damage, so that's kind of trash. And then Zaitora, at the beginning of your end step, you may sack another creature, deal damage. Yeah, I might mold his hand. I think I could do better. Well, I am slightly regretting that. Opponent has a divination. High quality one at that. So they can put the 2 cards that they just drew back if they want to get another 2 sets. And they're going to do that. Alright. It's a good-ish sign, I suppose. I do at least get to give Icing Death double strike, which is maybe a thing. Junji! Oh dear. Okay. Could set up a Dragonfire where that ends up being exiled. Ray of Frost. Has flash. If it's red, tap it. Alright, so I can lock down Vivictus forever. Which might as well do. Can do it pre-combat though, right? Yeah. Basically turn it into nothing. Blue removal. Hardcore. And we've got instant speed double strike. Ah, target creature gets -3/-3. Oof. Alright, goodbye, Icing Death. Alright, I might as well just fire this off now. Still technically correct to do it pre-combat, because they've still got 2 cards that might do something. But, you know what? It is what it is. We're going to need a good dragon now so that we can protect ourselves. Junji with Menace is less than ideal. Good dragon or card draw? I'll take one or the other. All the Kamigawa legends. Dragon Turtle. Not particularly what I had in mind. I'll be completely honest with you on that one. Okay. Yeah, this doesn't even have flying, so it's not really meaningfully interacting with the board. But I can at least tap down Junji. So we're only taking 8. Yeah, still need a good card off the top. Cutting it real close. I mean, these 2 cards here have got to be, yeah, something extremely bad for me that I can't come back from. Because my cards certainly aren't going to keep me alive. 4 damage to each opponent. Yeah, we're just dead. There's no ifs and buts about it here, I think. If this did 4 damage to a creature, that'd be okay, but it doesn't. So unfortunately what we find ourselves doing is blocking here and dying. On to the next one. Alrighty then, opponent goes first. And we've got kind of an okay hand, but also not really. This is like conditional removal. This is just meh. Yeah, let's take the free mull. Alright, this hand's real good. This is our opponent goes first and I go second, killing everything. Alright, so we take 4. Thunderbreak Regents becoming the target of a spell or an ability. Okay. So we're going to go Lozan. If they don't have the answer to this, the game is over. This isn't... Yeah, it's 3 damage to that player. So now we go Icing Death for 4. Deal 4 to Thunderbreak. Take 3. Then we do... You're 5. You're 5 as well. We do Glory Banger. Kill Red Dragon. And then we do Purifying Dragon, hit our opponent's face, and they explode because this is too much value. Lethal on board. Good lord, this is not a format where skill is important. Just wow. Just mull to the broken cards, chat. Mull to the broken cards. But don't mull to 2. Because you might lose. Just concede after the free mulligan if it's not good. That's what this format encourages. So right now, if we drew absolutely nothing, we still have the Glorybringer Exert to deal 4 damage to any creature our opponent plays. So we've still got 12 points in the air. And, well... boop. Who needs to read the cards when your opponent's dead? There could have been a death trigger on that for all I knew. I'm pretty sure I knew exactly what it did. It takes an artifact or a human or something like that and makes it useless, if I remember correctly. But I was going purely on memory there, so I could have lost just because I wasn't paying attention. Next game. Alrighty then, let's have a look. Blood Money. Destroy all creatures on the play is a bit unfortunate. But yeah, this hand is not bad enough to throw away, so we're going to have to keep this one. Let's lead with Thunderbreak so that we at least get the 3 damage on whatever our opponent ends up doing. And then pass the turn. And I guess we've just basically got a panic button in case our opponent's hand is better. They've got 4 cards to play with. Yeah, that's better. Oh, that's much better. Alright, well, at least what they're going to do is they're going to spend the damage here attacking my creatures rather than attacking me. Which will lend me some amount of value. Dealing 3 to Thunderbreak region. Interesting choice, for sure. Maybe they've got a burn spell. They don't. Alright, well, I'm gonna get in with my Thunderbreak region and then sweep the board. They do want to test me. That's fine. I just wanted to see if I could get that extra damage in. My opponent does get to ping me and draw a card. Which is obviously not too ideal. And then I get some tapped treasure tokens. On the off chance that the Wooburg Manor, the Omniscience emblem creates isn't enough. Conjure a duplicate of... Whoa. Alright, so they've got 2 copies of the same card. I think that's what that was, right? Exile it from your hand. Create... So it's 2 Atsushis, is it? Or Ancient Brass Dragons, or... I don't know. Either way, 40 your face. What do you do? Put any number of creatures... Oh, yeah, no. We'll be double blocking that. If we can. We'll be blocking it regardless. So this thing's like a mass reanimator. And it'll undo all the work I just did with that blood money. If it's allowed to gain any amount of value. So our opponent is going to get the 2-for-1 here. Could even be a blowout, but I don't have a choice. Yeah, okay. I was always going to block. 5 damage. So I need an answer to the Brass Dragon, or a blocker for it, to stay in the game. There's the Atsushi they copied and never wanted to use. Imarith. Oh god. Yeah, they've just got... Oh, there is a counterspell. Draw 2, discard 2. Alright, on to the next game. Alrighty then, we go first. We can steal our opponent's creature at the cost of one of our own. Ouch. It's kind of fine here. I'm going to keep this. So let's go Thunderbreak. And Scion of Shiv. So if they target any of my stuff, they'll take some damage. If they play a better card than mine, that's, does that count? Not really. It's only 2 damage. Black Dragon. Alright, I think this means I'm going to swing with everything. because the Black Dragon can clean up. Oof. That's the absolute worst possible outcome for me. Okay. Well, do I want to just... I just probably want to take that. That's just mine now. I'll take your 5/5. Which is actually a 6/6. It won't stay double striking, but... it has 6 power plus the ability to ping now. Okay. I'll ping you. Destroy their own creature. A Berserker. Yeah, that's probably not good for me. So I want to get rid of that. And start pumping out dragons left, right, and center. They're eyeing up their graveyard, so maybe they've got some reanimation. Yeah. Alright. This is definitely bad for me. I have a 4/4, they have a 5/5. I have to kill the Berserker though, because it's going to pump out a lot. That's huge. Alright. So, let's kill the Berserker. And then play the Ancient Bronze Dragon. So when it attacks, double its powers. It's not double strike, but it'll attack as a 10/10. But if they attack, I attack, and I get up to 20 +1/+1 counters, which could be beneficial. I can block with the Black Dragons, so it's not as though... okay, that's bad. Has to hit the player with the Bronze Dragon in order to do anything. They're going to go with the Thrakus. So that's doubled and doubled again. That Hellkite is attacking for 20. But again, it exposes them. So we've got a pass. We don't have a choice. We do have a counterspell, so it doesn't get any worse. But it's sure as hell not going to get any better either. If I were them, I'd have moved the... axe over to Thrakus here, right? I could block with the Ancient Bronze Dragon just to get the Hellkite out of here. If I just did this... like, we know their card's not resolving. So I'm just taking 2 and trading off some stuff here. Taking 4, sorry. No. Counter target spell. Alright, we're all empty-handed, but they have a 2/2. And an ability to make it a 4/4. Green Dragon. Ends the battlefield until end of turn. Whenever a creature an opponent controls is dealt damage, destroy it. Not relevant. But I will trade, quite possibly. I don't know, actually. A ground 4/4 is not as important as a flying 4/4. That's extremely bad. Why does this keep getting worse? Can I have a good card, please, wizards? Is that alright? Yeah. Not my choice, personally, but... it's up to you, I guess. Yeah, I'm not blocking. Alright. So they're holding this so that they can get rid of an X3 at any point, I guess. Which is fine, I suppose. I'm going to get him for 4. I'm going to play the White Dragon to tap down the equipped Grave Shifter. Palladia, oh dear. Opponent accidentally clicks all attack. Or they want to just get their value, which is fine, I guess. Yeah, sure. I'm going to put it on Palladia so that they're attacking for 12 trample. Well, we have to hold back. I don't know if they've got lethal right now. Block here, take 6 here, take 8. Yeah, so they need a little bit more. This two-handed axe is just, like, absolutely devastating me. Did you draw a better answer? You drew a redraw, which I believe also brings Palladia back. Yeah, we're just getting bodied. There's no ifs and buts about it. Isn't this the same matchup where I swept the board? No, that was a different one. Alright, I get a redraw into a card I literally can't cast. On to the next game. Alrighty then, we're in, and we've got... What does this card do? It's just a big old pacifism. And gives us this guy. Powerful. Yeah, I mean, if I can get the Ancient Bronze Dragon through, I win the game, basically, I think. Well, it's not really true, because it dies to just any kind of removal. But Tanzania Quandrix. Double the number of +1/+1 counters on a creature. Uh-huh. You could have waited and given it to me, right? No, it's you control. Opponent can't be that helpful, apparently. Alright, so that Hellkite has got fire breathing, good to know. Deadly Dispute. So actually that's pretty good, because I can make this Punisher useless. Put a Soldiers of the Watch onto the battlefield, which is useless, but becomes useful thanks to Deadly Dispute. So we can at least make some good of a bad situation. So now this just doesn't do anything. Although usually the text grays out when it can't really do anything, but hasn't done that yet. Deadly Dispute, the Soldiers. Turn it into something else. 5 damage to any target. If you control no damage dragons, it deals the damage. Okay. Does the stuff. This hand is very, very winnable right now. I can clean the board very easily. And I have solid creatures here. Basically have Hellkite Punisher, but worse. Conjure a card named Naturalize. So they can get the Hellkite Punisher. Okay. Well, I think I will take the opportunity to murder. So they can spend their time wasting their time. This treasure's also another activation on Shivan Dragon, which is kind of amusing. Alright, that's a little larger than I would have liked. That's definitely trading off with Ancient Bronze Dragon, given the chance. No reason to... Ooh, okay, so we can turn that treasure into another card. Getting a lot of 2-for-1 value here, which is nice. Zaitora. Probably turn the chef into something else. And now I get to swing. Bronze Dragon trades with Gnawbone. Quandrix potentially chumps, but unlikely. Yeah. And we pass, because we don't really need to deal with Tanzania. Power to any target. I mean, I might keep this. If our opponent has a removal spell, then I can at least redraw off of it. Yeah, it's probably still worth keeping around. Green Dragon, yeah. So it gives him a free hit, right? Whenever a creature an opponent controls is dealt damage, destroy it. Let's just pass. Ooh, Vivictus. I like Vivictus. Let's get you in there. And we are swinging with both, because we have the Sarkhan's Rage to maybe get a free chump block from our opponent. So now I can go Sarkhan's Rage here. Bad block there. Fantastic. Yeah. Well, this was, it was a format. It's certainly a format. I think once again, the Omniscience event has turned into a bit of a swingy mess. If we're being completely honest with ourselves, you know, how many times did I win? 4 times. I think it was like 4 and 2 or something like that, wasn't it? Bit of a swingy mess, for sure. It just comes down to the better hand, better top decks kind of scenario, which is kind of just a symptom of the Omniscience events in general. If you're not too fussed about the RNG of Magic the Gathering, then this can certainly be quite fun. It's definitely up there on the better built Omniscience decks that I've played from these events, because they always switch them up every single time. But once again, it goes into the same category as every other Omniscience event that isn't Omniscience Draft, where it is not as good as Omniscience Draft. I don't know why Wizards is not giving us Omniscience Draft, because it's just so much better than these pre-built decks. Even thinking about it as well, like, we pay gold to play those events. I don't know why they're not throwing them at us, to be completely honest. Anything that costs gold, I don't know why they're not throwing it at us. But it is what it is. As I say, though, this... what the hell's that? Ettercap? Oh. Anyway, it was a fun enough event. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. I'll be back tomorrow, I think, to play a Historic Brawl deck. This one didn't really cover the usual content quality, I guess, that I do aim for. So we are going to make a Historic Brawl deck for tomorrow to let all y'all Historic Brawl fans and Magic the Gathering fans in general a little bit happier, so stay tuned for that. Other than that, though, I'll see you all tomorrow. Like and subscribe. Bye!